Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video with me, Obito here, and today we're going to be discussing what if Obito became good or what if Obito was good. Before we get into the video, I want to say, if you guys hear any rain in the background or any noises or nothing, rain is falling right now while I'm recording this, and yeah, I kind of just wanted to get this video out and get my consistency back, since I've stopped doing Roblox. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So to make Obito a good person in the anime, we're gonna have to change a few parts, like when he got crushed by the rock and when Madara found him. I'd say to start off him being a good character, or start off the new storyline of him being a good character, we would have to say when he got crushed by the rock, instead of giving Kakashi's Sharingan, he'd tell Kakashi to run away or get Rin out of here. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting Rin to be there around him while he was dying. Wanting to be selfless, right? So Madara would have found Obito, put the white Zetsu on him, rescued it, put white Zetsu on him, restored the other half of his body, and he'd have a crushed Sharingan, but he'll get his Sharingan restored, right? So then we gotta look at what Kakashi would be doing when Kakashi tried to leave, when he got attacked by the multiple of ninjas, and he wanted to use the Chidori and the Chidori to kill the dudes, right? But without the Sharingan, he has the tunnel vision that Minato talked about before, and this would prompt him to not see Rin in front of him, and he would kill Rin. But without this, without Rin in front of him, but without Kakashi having the other side of the Sharingan, Obito would not know that Kakashi killed Rin, so he wouldn't know that Rin's dead or Kakashi's dead or whatever. So after killing Rin, Kakashi would go into his depressions-like state, right? And he'll get bomb rushed or fucking ganged by the rest of the Stone Ninja, right? And Obito come into consciousness and stuff. He would be like, "Oh, I gotta find my friend," leave without even talking to Madara, and find Rin and Kakashi on the ground. Rin would be dead, but Kakashi would be in a death-like state. He is not dead, right? He's not completely dead, but he's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He seems lifeless, and this would put Obito in a rage, activate his Mangekyo Sharingan like before, and start killing people. He'd use wood style, right? Because he was enraged, but he'd just kill everybody, and he'd pick up he would pick up Kakashi's body because Rin would already be dead. But he would mourn Rin's body, but he would pick up Kakashi's body, seeing that he's still alive, and bring him to the leaf. When let's say they got to the leaf, right? Kakashi would be in the hospital. Obito would be talking to people, talking to the Hokage, and answering questions as to why he still has the stuff that he has. Why his body is, with the Zetsu, even though he should have been dead by that, right? And he'd explain that he doesn't know, blah 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 blah. He just woke up and ran straight into the battlefield and saved Kakashi. So this would be where we would fast forward to the Naruto arc of the stuff, where Obito was a grown person, Kakashi is grown, but Kakashi grew up very different from Obito. Kakashi wouldn't be like a Jonin anymore. He'd just be stuck in. He'd be commander of the Anbu still. He'd still be an Anbu. And Obito would be more of the happy-go-lucky person. Would be, in the he would become a Jonin and probably have a squad and stuff. But this would make Obito. But over the years, Obito uses Mangekyo Sharingan. He's not blind. He's not completely blind because of the Hashirama cells that are within his body. So he can still spam his jutsu, but he has both of his Sharingan. He has both left and the right eye of his Sharingan. So he's basically one of the strongest persons in the anime right now. He can use his Susanoo. He can do the left and the right jutsu of the Kamui, which makes him even more broken. And about this time, Naruto would have grown up with his dad because Obito would never attacked the thing. But then this would force Madara to find a different avenue and a different way to make the plan that he has, a whole fruition type thing. So so this would have forced Madara to use another Uchiha or somebody else that can house his eyes. So this would prompt him to find Itachi. And Danzo still wanted to be the bitch of everything and wanted to take the eyes of everybody. But this would be more of a problem because Obito was also a part of the Uchiha clan. So he'd have to deal with it more. But this time, but by the time that this is happening, by the time the coup is happening, Obito is like on a mission or something long gone, and Itachi is still having to do what he has to do. So Shisui. So look at this now. Danzo would attack Shisui, wanted to take his eyes and everything, and Shisui would stand on the cliff with Itachi in front of him. Right, he has no eyes, and he'd stand on the cliff. But before Shisui could give Itachi his other eye, he'd fall off the cliff. Yeah. He before he could take out his eye and give it to him, he'd just fall off the cliff, fall into the bite of water and stuff. And this is when Madara would make a white jet to collect Shisui and bring him to where he is. And then he'd do the same brainwashing thing, show him the eye and film like he want to do it on the large scale, show him the thing. And because Shisui doesn't want the world to be, he has a will of fire similar to Itachi, meaning that they want to protect the village and stuff, and he wants to protect the world and see what the world can be through the coup and being born the time he was born. He was like, okay, let me do this as well. Madara would do the jutsu on him, like the heart thing that he does, and Shisui would get his warped view of what it wants the world to be, but also he still have his own ideals and still want to protect the village, so he'd just go along with it to get his body restored. So instead of Obito being the person that Madara uses, it's Shisui. And this could be a very different story because we have two powerhouses on different side of the spectrum. Shisui's still alive, Obito is also alive. You get what I'm saying? So right. So when it comes on to Naruto now. Right, when it comes on to more Naruto's point of view for everything, he'd grow up with his father. He wouldn't have the nine tails. He grew up with his father and his mother, and he would have the insane chakra reserves, but he wouldn't see that chakra reserves that Uzumaki had, but he wouldn't have what he normally have, if you know what I mean, right? So this would mean Naruto is more trained at the beginning. He's way more skilled. He's not at the bottom of his class. He's at the top of his class. And Sasuke is still the solo. No, Sasuke is not the last person because Itachi couldn't kill Obito, you know what I'm saying, and he couldn't kill Shisui. So in Sasuke's eyes, he was one of the last. He's one of the last Uchihas, other than Obito, that was on a mission at the time of the coup. So Obito would come back, and Naruto would be at the top of the class. Sasuke would be a close second, right, because of his Sharingan, and he'd be top of the class. And when it comes on to Naruto, when it comes on to what Naruto can do, he's basically like a more better Naruto, but with less chakra. He could do the Rasengan off rip because his dad taught him the Rasengan, the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He could do all that, right? He knew Jiraiya. You know what I'm saying? Jiraiya was his godfather. He knew Jiraiya. His mom trained him a little bit. He know how to use his chakra and stuff. He's basically better Naruto. He can do everything without having to train, without having to do extra stuff for it. So when it comes on to choosing the squad, Naruto and Sasuke would be put in the same squad. Let's use the same old Team 7, right? And the reason why they put Naruto and Sasuke in the same team, as in the same squad as Obito, was because of Obito being a Uchiha, being the last Uchiha, being able to train Sasuke, Obito being the student of Naruto's dad, you know what I'm saying, a more familiarity there, you know what I mean. And why they put Sakura there? Because, bro, they need at least one reading-like person, bro. They need one useless person, bro. And just to make a comparison between Rin and whatever. So and Obito being good would be the captain of that squad. Do I think he would be a better teacher to Naruto and Kakashi? No, because Kakashi had to go through those experiences to become who he is. And Obito went through those experiences. So I don't think Obito would be a better teacher. He'd be a stronger teacher, but I don't think he would be a better teacher. So at that point of meeting Naruto and Sasuke, you know what I'm saying, becoming a teacher, I think Obito would be really good at doing that, and really just be really good at being a mentor, not a teacher, but a mentor to both Naruto and Sasuke. So yeah, yeah, guys, that's the amount of time I have. If you guys want to watch, or want to see me do another part of this, or want me to continue what I'm saying, I don't like doing. I don't want to make it like a story where I would like, oh, Obito said whatever. No, I just want to be here talking about what I think would happen, what I think with the aspects of that manga would change, or anime would change. So if you guys like this kind of videos that I'm doing right now, please subscribe, and yeah, yeah, bye.